Neighbors with questions and a city in need of answers. Tonight, what you need to know about our water crisis. And a Corpus Christi police officer indicted on felony charges. The details tonight as your Chris 6 News at 5 starts now. Thank you so much for joining us, folks. I'm Brian Hoffman in for Clara tonight. Now, our water crisis continues to be put front and center this week. Let's catch you up on exactly what's happened so far. Governor Greg Abbott weighed in on Tuesday with some sharp criticism of how Corpus Christi leaders have managed the city's water crisis. On Wednesday, city officials pushed back. On Thursday, State Rep Denise Villalobos told Chris 6 News a level 1 water emergency could be declared as early as May 9th and said city leaders should have been sharing all the water use models with the public from the start. And today, City Manager Peter Zanoni and Corpus Christi Water held a press conference to address some of our water concerns. Zanoni and CEO of Corpus Christi Water, Nick Winkleman, spoke for about 30 minutes before opening up for about 30 minutes of media questions. They discussed additional projects that will be presented on Tuesday at City Council, the progress of the water projects, among other topics too. Zanoni says that he's confident the city will not go into a level 1 water emergency, quote, anytime soon. But if it did, here's what additional charges neighbors could see.
It goes into effect until you use more than 7,000 gallons, which is a lot. The typical home only uses 6. And the difference, I think, was only $4 a 1,000 gallons. So if you use 8,000 gallons a month, you pay $4 more.
Zanoni also said the city will not run out of water, and the city is working with its industrial partners, the governor, and other organizations like TCEQ to secure enough water for, quote, generations to come. A quick note, you can watch the city manager's entire question and answer session on our Chris 6 YouTube page. Just scan that QR code you see on the screen to get to that page. Now, one interesting thing that Mr. Zanoni said during the meeting, I found it was interesting at least, it was about the increasing arsenic levels that are coming out of Lake Corpus Christi and Choke Canyon as the water levels decrease, and how the city will be limiting their use from these sources because of it. I wanted to check in on those numbers. I did some digging and I found that the total and dissolved arsenic levels coming out of both bodies of water have in fact been on the rise in the last couple of years. But interestingly enough, January of this year was the first time that CCW has reported arsenic coming out of the Stevens treatment facility or the distribution system, both with just trace amounts, but something that was never noted before. Now, arsenic, of course, is something that we want to keep out of our drinking water and drinking supply. And we've said it before, there's one thing that could get us out of this scenario. It's rain, but the rain that we need, unfortunately, is more than what we usually see this time of year. Stephen Jones, can you walk us through exactly what we should be seeing this time of year?
Absolutely. You know, luckily I bring okay news. We are entering that somewhat rainier period of the year for us. The rainiest month, that's September, so we still have a ways to go through 2026. One more kind of silver lining in terms of the weather. We're starting to see that climatological pattern enter a neutral phase as opposed to that La Nina phase we saw all winter. That also starts to bring just a little bit more rain to the Lone Star State. But here's a look at what we should expect month by month here in the Coastal Bend. And you see, as we're going from March into April, but especially towards May into June, that's where we start to expect a little bit more rain here across Corpus Christi, but still that's only going to add up to about 10 inches so or just over, and we're going to need more than that whenever you consider our current ongoing drought. Like I talked about though, one of those silver linings is going to be those grays you see. That's indicative of that ENSO neutral phase we're going to be transitioning to. So when we consider La Nina, you see those drier, warmer conditions really persisting across the Lone Star State, but as we transition to more of the neutral pattern, we see those wetter than normal conditions start to push in towards the Lone Star State. Now, the best for us would be an El Nino pattern, which is what we could start to transition to further into 2026, but that's something we'll have to get further towards the end of the year towards for Christmas or so. But as we're heading through the rest of spring break, we're still looking pretty nice here across the Coastal Bend. I'll have a look at what you can expect coming up.
Stephen, thank you for that. So Corpus Christi police officer is now facing felony charges after grand jury indicted him on theft and credit card abuse. Travis Haker is accused of stealing about $1,200 from a nonprofit scholarship fund honoring fallen officer Vicente Ortiz. He died after being hit during a funeral procession in 2024. Investigators say Hager also used a city-issued gas card to fuel his personal truck. He faces 3 felony charges and a separate misdemeanor charge. He's scheduled to be arraigned on March 19th. In the meantime, he remains on paid administrative leave. We have new information for you in last night's shooting on the city's south side. It happened around 10 right here over at the Treyway Apartments near Holly Road. When police got there, they found a male juvenile who had been shot. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition. Another juvenile was taken into custody for aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Police say that the victim and the suspect did know each other, but they haven't said exactly what led up to the shooting. And still no word on what caused this house fire on the city's west side. It happened around 9 last night at a vacant home on Vestal Street. That's near Gullahar and Crosstown Freeway. Fire officials say no one was hurt. Well, the Jim Wells County Sheriff is explaining nearly $1 million in overdue inmate housing and transportation bills. County Judge Pedro Pete Trevino Jr. says that they learned Friday about more than $962,000 owed to Maverick County for housing and transporting inmates, I should say, more than 3 hours away. Now, those unpaid invoices rolled into this year's budget. Sheriff Joseph Guy Baker says that the problem was caused by an internal routing error that kept invoices from moving through accounts payable.
What occurred was an internal administrative routing issue where certain invoices received by the sheriff's office were not forwarded through the county's accounts payable system as they should have been.
And Baker and Trevino say that it points to ongoing issues with the county's 100-year-old jail. The facility was already at capacity last February under the previous administration. Baker says nothing has changed, but they're working with an architect to explore long-term fixes. For now, commissioners are holding off on paying the bill until they meet with Maverick County officials. So dueling attempts to fund the Department of Homeland Security both failed on the Senate floor. Democrats, they tried to fund part of the shuttered department. That included TSA, FEMA, and the Coast Guard. Republicans, however, blocked those attempts. Well, Republicans then tried to pass temporary funding for the entire department, which did include ICE. Democrats, of course, blocked that. Democrats say they're holding out for changes to the way the Trump administration conducts immigration enforcement.
Mark Wayne's got a lot of respect in the Senate, so he's honest and not corrupt like no one was.
So next week, Trump nominee and former MMA fighter Mark Wayne McMullen is expected to face a confirmation hearing before the Senate, but Democrats are signaling his nomination may not be enough to end the shutdown. So 2 separate attacks are shaking the nation tonight, one targeting a Jewish preschool in Michigan, the other killing a military officer at a Virginia university. In Michigan, federal officers say that a man drove his car into a Detroit area synagogue where preschool was in session. The Department of Homeland Security identified the suspect, a U.S. citizen born in Lebanon. No children were hurt. Synagogue security shot and killed the suspect. Michigan's Governor Gretchen Whitmire having this to say.
This is not a political moment. This is not a political debate. This is targeting babies who are Jewish. That's anti-Semitism at its absolute worst.
Over in Virginia, the FBI is investigating a shooting at Old Dominion University as terrorism. Police say the suspect is a former Virginia National Guard member convicted of a terrorism charge back in 2016. Now, the FBI says he opened fire on an ROTC class, killing Lieutenant Colonel Brandon Schosch. ROTC students did fight back and were able to stop the suspect, who died at the scene. Federal officials say that the 2 attacks are not connected. Well, Cuba's president says that his government is now talking directly with the U.S. This is the first time Havana's admitted to these meetings. The talks are just getting started and aim to tackle issues between the 2 countries. This comes after President Trump claimed high-level talks were underway and predicted Cuba would, quote, fall Right now, Cuba is dealing with a major fuel shortage as U.S. actions in Venezuela and Iran have cut off most of the island's oil. So let's take a quick look at the averages we're seeing here in the U.S. According to Gas Buddy, which haven't risen too much since yesterday compared to jumps we've seen since it began the war. Taking a look, though, national average $3.64, up by 5 cents since yesterday, 69 cents since the war began. Texas, $3.32, up by 4 cents since yesterday, 76 since the war began. Corpus Christi, $3.36, down by 1 cent. First time we've seen a drop in a while, but hey, still up by 77 cents since the war began. If you're headed to the airport, you might want to, as they say, pack your patience. Well, we'll show you why travelers are lining up longer than usual. Welcome back, everyone. So spring break is underway, and that means it's a busy time for travel.
Currently in the Austin security line, and this is how long it is.
There's the airport, and here's the line.
Oh, no. Well, hey, in Austin, long lines were seen this morning over at the Austin International Airport with spring festival season and spring break underway. Along with lower TSA staffing levels, passengers are being asked to arrive 2 to 3 hours before their flight. Now, they expect around 35,000 departing travelers just today. Well, spring break underway, of course, but for some local surf shops, the boost in business isn't as big as you might expect. Wind and Wave and Dockside Surf Shop are both located in Flower Bluff on the mainland, not the island. The shop owners say that location puts them at a bit of a disadvantage. They say the freeway moves spring breakers past their shops before many even realize they're there.
That traffic will back up, so people do not want to get off the freeway and come in and go shopping and have to deal with trying to get back on that freeway in the line.
So despite the slower foot traffic, both shops have survived more than 30 years in Flower Bluff, and both owners say they're not going anywhere. Well, this Friday the 13th, you're actually in luck because we have a look at all the fun events happening in your neighborhood in this week's Coastal Bend Weekend. Stick around.
And things are warming up into our Friday night, but that next temperature roller coaster is on the way as we're heading through our last weekend of spring break. But I'll have a look at what you can expect for that weekend coming up after this short break. Well, hey there, and happy Friday, the 13th, Coastal Bend. I'm meteorologist Stephen Jones. Taking a live view from our USS Lexington cam, thanks to First Community Bank, just about that wall-to-wall sunshine. Some of those tiny clouds up in the sky, but overall plenty of sun got us up into those 80s today. So far, about 78 degrees what we're reading right now in Corpus Christi. Winds out of the southeast about 10 to 15 miles an hour, and all of us have been on the warm-up as we've went through our Friday. More of those mid-80s as you work your way inland. 86 degrees for San Diego, 87 the daytime high, or the hottest temperature so far in Hebronville and Falfurrias off towards the southwest. But if you find yourself closer to the coast, Ingleside coming in at 73, Port Aransas coming in at a nice 71 degrees. But let's also take a closer look with our Chris 6 neighborhood weather network. Starting off on the south side, 75 degrees right now there at Wind Willow Drive, 76 for Garden Court if you work yourself a little bit closer to the Botanical Gardens. Inland though, more of those mid-80s on the board closer to George West and Lake Corpus Christi. 84 there from our George West reporting stations there on the east side of Lake Corpus Christi, coming in at 82 degrees from County Road 803 right now. As we're going into the overnight hours, we're going to start seeing those temperatures falling once again back into the 60s by about 10 to 11 p.m. tonight. And as we're waking up for our Saturday morning tomorrow, waking up to those upper 50s inland, more so those 60s as you work closer to the coast, including here in Corpus Christi. Either way, looking like a nice Saturday on deck with plenty of sunshine. And if you find yourself at the beach tomorrow, it's not going to be too bad either. Just a little bit more of a breeze out there in the skies, about southeasterly 10 to 20 miles an hour. Maybe some of those gusts trying to push 25 miles an hour, but the water temperature still holding on to the low to mid 70s and should see that high tide around 4:05 p.m. tomorrow, so something to keep in mind. And of course, don't forget the sunscreen, going to be plenty of sun as we're heading through tomorrow. And that sunshine going to continue to warm us up by Sunday. We're going to be record challenging. Our current record stands at 94 degrees. I've got 93 degrees on the board, so we'll see if we can come up tie it or even pass it up as we're heading into Sunday. But there's our next big weather maker. As we're heading into Sunday night, we start to see our next next cold front arrive. Unfortunately, not going to bring too much rain to the coastal bend, but it's going to bring a major change in terms of those temperatures. So as we take a trip upstairs in the atmosphere, here's our upper level pattern, and you can see that next Arctic intrusion as we start to go into the weekend. By Sunday night and into Monday morning, that's where we start to see it really push through the Lone Star State. And as we start off next week and head into St. Patrick's Day by Tuesday, that's where we expect to hold on to some of those coldest temperatures for us, especially in terms of our overnight lows. So here's the roller coaster we're expecting through the next few days. As we're waking up for tomorrow, those upper 50s, waking up Sunday to upper 60s, but as we're getting ready for the work week next week, back down into those 40s. So hopefully you don't put the jacket too far away. Luckily, the good news is we're going to be warming right back up as we head through the rest of next week, through those 50s and 60s as we head towards the end of next week for us. In terms of those rain chances, like I said, not expecting too much with this frontal passage. It only gets us maybe 15% in terms of those rain chances back into the coastal bend. So unfortunately, in terms of our current 7-day forecast, looking pretty dry out there. But nonetheless, I hope you're able to get out there and enjoy this nice weekend as we're getting ready to close spring break. Plenty of sunshine, 80s and 90s, and then the temperature roller coaster in full swing as we're starting off next week. 65 degrees by Monday, and as we head into St. Patrick's Day, you can expect sunny conditions and 70 degrees.
Now, local events and fun things to do. It's Coastal Bend Weekend with the Hoffmans. Sponsored by Corpus Christi Events Calendar.
Oh, there's nothing like that music to get me in the mood for the weekend. Well, whether you're squeezing in one last hurrah for spring break or you're looking for a reason to get out and enjoy your day off, Michelle and I actually have a few fun ideas for you to make the most of your Coastal Bend weekend. We'll look at what's happening in your neighborhood. Let's start out in downtown Corpus Christi. The Luck of the Irish is back in full force at the St. Paddy's Day Festival outside Cassidy's Irish Pub.
The 2-day festival brings plenty of Irish spirit, along with live music, great food, and festive fun.
The festival goers can catch 12 bands across 2 stages, Celtic dance performances, and of course, hear the sounds of pipes and drums filling the streets.
Brian and I actually went in the years past, so trust us when we say it's always a good and very green time.
The party kicks off Saturday and continues Sunday in downtown Corpus Christi.
Along with deals, you can also hunt for some prizes at La Palmera Mall this Saturday from 1 to 3 p.m.
It's hosting Nate's Next Kid Up Dream Big Easter Hunt, turning the mall into an interactive adventure.
There will be a DJ spinning music in the food court, special appearances by Mr. and Mrs. Bunny, and chances to win cash prizes and plenty of cool swag.
Next stop, Japan. If you want to experience another culture without needing a passport, check out Japan Day at the Texas State Museum of Asian Cultures this Saturday from 12 p.m. to 5 p.m.
The celebration highlights the beauty and traditions of Japan with live performances and hands-on activities. And in Robstown, a Market Day series is kicking off at the Richard Borchard Regional Fairgrounds this Sunday.
Expect 100 local vendors, food trucks, entertainment, and the activities from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Hey folks, you can visit our website for even more details with all the events happening in your neighborhood, and send us a message if you want your event featured. Well, the red carpet is ready for Hollywood's biggest night. The 98th Annual Academy Awards are set for Sunday in Los Angeles. Conan O'Brien will host the lavish event where celebrities' fashion is just as noteworthy as the winner. Their speeches, I should say. So Sinners, One Battle After Another, Marty Supreme, and Hamnet are some of the films that could rack up multiple wins.
Everybody loves her. She's here every single day.
A special surprise for this crossing guard in North Texas. The feel-good story when we come back. Welcome back, folks. So Friday the 13th was a very lucky day for students over at Agua Dulce High School. High school held its college and career fair for students in grades 6 to 12. The event connects students with colleges, universities, and also exposes them to various different career opportunities. Some of the presenters over at the college and career fair felt right at home as well, as they were also high school graduates from that very same place. Well, hey, a crossing guard in North Texas has been getting to work any way that she could after her car broke down 5 months ago. But now a group of dads over at Moss Haven Elementary in Richardson is making sure that's no longer a problem. Patricia Crawford has been a fixture at the school for years. When the Dads Club found out that she had been taking ride shares and buses just to get to work, they raised several $1,000s in just a few days. Now here's what happened when they surprised her.
Thank you, Moss Haven Elementary.
Speechless. Well, the Dads Club gave Crawford a white Jeep, and they're also helping her cover insurance and a few oil changes. I love feel-good stories like that. Times like this, you need to see that silver lining and those real good, feel-good stories about us looking out for our communities.
I mean, that's always really wonderful, and you know, that's just a really good story. She's helping their kids, of course, getting to school nice, safe, reliably, and they're helping her get to her work nice and safe and reliably now. So that's a really good story, and you know, really other terms of really good news for us. That weather this weekend, I cannot complain or find one single complaint other than maybe just a little bit of a toasty Sunday on the way. 80 degrees tomorrow, the 90s Sunday, but get ready, by Monday morning we are going to be much chillier in those 40s out there.
I can't believe that difference between 93 and what, 65?
Yes,
that's
absolutely.
Crazy. Thank you so much, Stephen. Thank you for tuning in, folks. We'll be back in just a little bit. Have a good one.